Are these for the thumbnail? Like,
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be brilliant.
no. I mean, you're so far in the background that like it wouldn't look great and the cutout.
No, that's great. That's fine. Cut me out.
We need to make you wide and blurry.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this momentous occasion on the Oddly Coded podcast. It is episode 20. My God, can we get some W's in the chat? Can we please get some claps in the chat? Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I would like to introduce my chat here, Mr. Steej 1, Mr. Lyle himself, and
Hello.
also Mr. Matt, Mr. Major Astro
me.
Matt Pants. There he is. Friends,
Fancy.
we have been on this podcast for 20 entire episodes, and I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my fart, for each and every single one of these episodes. You've made this shit possible. Anyways, Steej 1, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, I would like you to let's take a step back to episode 19. I think if you got that comment of the week from that episode, you might not have, but it's from comment of the week. Steej 1, you have the floor.
It's comment of the week time. And we have a returning commenter. Because it was pretty good. So last week we were talking about different kinds of game tropes. Dan is destroying his room for some reason.
Shut up.
We were talking about different kinds of game genres and tropes that we think are overdone.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Apparently, for our listeners, apparently Dan was making such a ruckus that his girlfriend came in and is just like, "Are you okay?"
Peyton,
Thank you, Peyton.
All right.
Thanks, Peyton.
Guest appearance on episode 20.
Guest appearance.
Everything has to happen on a special episode like that. Steej 1, please, you have the floor.
Again.
Okay,
no,
the
again,
floor is
Dan.
mine. So so we were talking about game tropes and genres that were like kind of overdone. And we got a comment from our friend, I Can Hear Colors.
And yours.
I can't.
Our friend and yours.
Yeah.
Basically talking about he was excited that we brought up Spellbreak, which was a game that I mentioned. It was a battle royale that it was a really cool concept, and it kind of just didn't hit the timing super well, or there was something that caused it to not really take off in the same way like Fortnite or Apex or one of those kind of games did.
I forgot we talked about that game, my dude.
Yeah, we sure did, which is why I'm taking the lead on this. So
nice job, Austin, for remembering.
Oh my God, you guys talked about Spellbreak. That was one of the only battle royales to really keep my attention. It's a shame it got shut down. A really cool concept. He adds, I'm really sick of seeing battle passes. It's mostly because if every game has a battle pass, I feel FOMO because I can't dedicate that much time to every game. And you know what, Austin? That is what they're counting on. They want you to feel FOMO. That's why they're doing it, which is why I really like, and obviously this isn't the topic of today, but I just want to throw in there on this topic. I do really appreciate the couple of games I've seen where if they do have a battle pass, you're able to finish it later. Halo Infinite did this.
Really?
They made it to where made it to where if you do buy a battle pass, there's no limit onto when you can finish it. Like they still have their seasons, but like you can. The one thing is you can if you have multiple battle passes that are like banked up that you still have to finish, you can only do one at a time. You have to work on one at a time, but still like take all the time you need to finish it.
That's
and you know what? If I'm paying $10 for something that I'm paying my money for, let me finish it at my own pace. You know what I mean?
Alternatively, they could just put that in the game.
There's a Google Chrome extension that now allows people to go back to previous Destiny battle passes, and if depending on how far you've completed the Destiny like season pass, you can still claim rewards from previous season passes that you hadn't claimed before.
Wait, Chrome?
It's Lyle's cat.
Wait,
Matt.
hold on. Chrome extension.
Does
that imply the fact
Matt heard meowing and was just like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. Matt, Lyle's cat, everybody. All right,
Lyle's cat, everyone. Guest on Oddly Coded.
Guest.
Thank you, Morty.
Morty, if you're out there, fuck you.
If you're out there somewhere directly underneath me, go fuck yourself.
No,
on the outside of my door.
The door is closed in my room. Like he's probably
He's
sitting
just
right at the base of the
upset
door,
at a
just like
louder
right where he
volume than he
feels the
should
air
be,
coming
yeah.
through. Just
He's like, Dad, Dad,
he's a little asshole, and oh my god.
are you okay?
So you
Are
said
you okay in there?
So you said that this was a Chrome extension. Does that imply that
There's
you're able to play
it's
Destiny on a browser?
no. It's literally a Chrome
Damn,
extension. It's an unofficial third party that someone from the community, I guess, made so
man.
that and anyone who actually uses it out there, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I'm fairly certain it's literally just something you can use to attach to your Bungie account unofficially to go back to old like passes to claim older rewards. Yeah.
That sucks because I was really hoping I'd be able to type in like Destiny rules with a Z.net or some shit like that and be able to pull up the whole game. It's just like,
Yeah.
here it is.
Not quite.
No,
Not
all it
quite.
is like that
Unfortunate.
dinosaur game when you have no internet connection and you hit
Oh,
the space
yeah.
bar.
You know, you can download that now.
Yeah.
It's just a downloadable thing that you can do.
I mean, it
now.
makes sense.
And it's nice to have, especially considering that my internet hates me. And speaking of things that we hate doing, Lyle,
Huh?
I've got something that I want to ask you. You said that you had a special thing for us today.
So those of you out there that grew up with SpongeBob, or maybe didn't grow up with SpongeBob and just love SpongeBob, but you know that
We wanted to
iconic,
talk
that
about
pinnacle, that iconic and pinnacle episode
this.
where Squidward needed to up show his whatever cousin friend. I don't remember
Squilliam Fancy Son, dude.
Squilliam. I couldn't remember like what the relationship was. I didn't know if they were like
his rival from band class, Squilliam
okay.
Fancy.
Let me
Son.
guess, you're a cashier.
I love the idea that it's his cousin.
So Squidward takes up the responsibility of putting on this halftime show, and SpongeBob and crew come together and they blow not only everyone in the Super Bowl away, but they blow Squidward fucking away with how well they practiced and performed. And we're getting a CGI redoing of it for this year's Super Bowl, for Nickelodeon's Super Bowl broadcast. So if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, by all means, we're not paid by Nickelodeon. I wish we were a Nickelodeon sponsor.
Yeah,
right.
That's
2 weeks old. I don't know why I'm trying to drink that.
Yeah. Nickelodeon sponsor us. Fuck.
Nickelodeon sponsor.
no longer viable. I guess.
No longer viable sponsorship.
Shit. But yeah, no, that was the news that I wanted to put out to the masses. Like, it's very nostalgic for me, at least. I definitely want to be watching that.
And
it's CGI, so I mean,
I'm
not a fan of CGI, but it's something that's still going to be fun to watch.
A couple of years ago, they teased and then just kind of blue-balled the entirety of the world with
it. That's probably why they're doing this.
A couple of years ago, and then they even started the sequence of it on the Super Bowl live, and then Travis Scott shows up.
Wait, no, it wasn't Travis Scott.
I'm pretty sure it was Travis Scott.
No, it was Maroon 5, wasn't it?
No. This dude shows up in a meteorite and completely just starts playing sicko mode.
Are you sure that wasn't on Fortnite?
No. Travis Scott did have an event, yes.
Yeah.
But we're not counting that. This is his Super Bowl
that one doesn't
ball.
count.
So how do I watch the Super Bowl on Fortnite?
I mean,
the same way that you play Destiny in a Google Chrome extension.
Oh, okay.
Same shit.
Understandable.
Fortnite rules with a Z.net.
Yeah.
Fortnite
.gov if you want to be really safe.
SpongeBob Super Bowl halftime show.net. Got it. Okay.
Slash Nickelodeon / butt sex.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
Dan,
on the topic of choices, because we all have a choice. Lyle, you had a choice as to whether or not to say that. And so
and I made my decision.
And that's fine. And I appreciate that quick decision-making style that you have there. No decision fatigue whatsoever. I can't see it on your face. Gentlemen,
# butt sex.
The topic that we have for today, let me pull up my notes here. Gentlemen, I have gathered from across the internet in 2 Windows tabs a series of questions. And I wanted to bring those to you guys today. We're going to be talking about dilemmas. We're going to be talking about hard choices, difficult things to come to grasp with.
Like death.
and whether or not you would play a certain game for the rest of your life, and every other game on that list would disappear. Ladies and gentlemen,
So things slightly less serious than
this
death.
is essentially just
Death
a gaming
Stranding.
would you rather.
Death
Essentially.
Death
Dan,
Store.
I just
Death Store.
so
Have a
very
nice
quickly
death.
before we move on at all. I just need to let you guys know I was muted that entire time. And I was starting to get kind of concerned.
How much have you said?
Not enough.
I thought you were just being quiet. I couldn't even
Same.
tell you were talking.
Same.
I-
Well, that's concerning, buddy.
I guess we're just going with
that's
it.
just part of the
That's fine.
You know
episode
what?
now. Hey, if you can figure out
Yeah.
exactly what I was saying, you're going to be commenter of the week. There you go.
Yeah. Whoever can go back for the past 5 to 10 minutes
And read Matt's lips.
and read Matt's lips through the entire thing and tell
Give
us
me
what
a
he was
thinking
transcript.
saying.
about you.
Give us
Every time I go to
give
bed
us
for
a
the next 7
totally
days.
accurate transcript.
and we'll
So that
use it
would
for
be-
subtitles for him.
That would be a transliteration, technically.
Yeah.
would
Give
it?
us a
It would.
totally
Literary facts
accurate
would lie.
transliteration of Matt's words.
So, anywho,
Come on, Dan. What are
this-
we doing today?
We're doing
Tell
a
us
would
about
you
it.
rather. God damn it.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, I'm going to pose to you some questions, and y'all are going to give me your opinions, and we got to come to a consensus by the end of the question, and we're going to try and get through as many of these as we possibly can.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, I have a question for you. Would
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
Rather.
Would.
please, anyway, would you rather
Okay.
play games that challenge you mentally, or would you rather play games that challenge you physically?
So is this like playing Dark Souls versus playing like Ring Fit Adventure?
Yes. Would
What
you
if-
rather play Dark Souls for the rest of your life or Ring Fit Adventure for the rest
What
of
if
your life?
we're already
Mental
mentally
dialogue.
challenged?
Well, then go with the Ring Fit, goddammit, because it doesn't require that much. You just gotta
Also-
squeeze ring.
Oh,
Also, edit that
So,
out.
so Dan, I have an answer
Moving
for
on.
you from me.
Thank you, Matt.
the guy that likes to play things in virtual reality a lot of the time. So that's a bit of a physical challenge in a lot of senses.
Mhm.
I
Absolutely.
don't know if you guys have
Yeah.
ever had the chance to play Pistol Whip, but it is literally the best VR experience that you can have as like a general consumer right now. Now, if you have like an omnidirectional treadmill and you can just walk across the entirety of the maps of Skyrim, then yeah, you're having a better time than me. But still, daggone, that game is intense. That is pretty much how I get my cardio. I just put it on full brawler mode, so you can't actually shoot anything, and you have to and bullet hell mode.
You said it's called Pistol
You
Whip?
ever seen it? Okay,
No, I'm
so
looking
all
it
right,
up.
no, you don't even look it up. Check this out. You've seen
Okay, well then I guess I'll go
yeah,
fuck
go
myself.
fuck yourself, Dan, and just listen to the words that I'm saying right now. Googling things
Somebody
never
clip
works
that.
out well.
Just
All
take
right,
it at word value.
we've learned this.
Chad, is
What?
this real?
Am I real?
$69.99.
Yeah. So all right. So this game, you guys know, you know that game like with the swords and like it's got the music and everything. Laser, Beat Saber.
Beat
thank
Saber?
you.
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Skyrim,
VR,
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, Beat Saber.
Oh,
It's the same thing as that, except instead of swords, you have 2 guns or 1 gun, depending on the settings.
Oh no, I've
Yeah.
seen this.
It's
I've seen this.
amazing. It's so good. They've got a lot
Yeah.
of really good songs
It-
on there, and it's just
Yeah, it looks
Wait.
cool.
Is this just a VR version of Metal Hellsinger?
I don't know what that is.
If you know what that is?
I know what that is, but I
No.
don't think it's like
It's
that.
I don't think it's quite
a
the same.
shooting-based rhythm.
shooting-based
game, but
rhythm
it sounds
game
like
in
it's just
VR.
in VR.
Metal Hellsinger
It-
is
it's-
Doom, but
It's
to the
really
rhythm.
well
Yeah, it's
set up
fucking dope.
to just for you to make your own settings work exactly for you. You can figure
Yeah.
out exactly like where like the gun should like sit in your hand, like in comparison to like the controller that you're
Mhm.
having, or you're holding on to. And it's just a lot of fun.
from what I
but,
understand, it's like a set path.
yeah, it's just a set path. You can
Okay.
walk
It's
around
not
in
like
the
Metal
space that
Hellsinger
you're
where
in.
you can
It's
go
like
around.
you're
Yeah.
on like
Oh,
a
well, that's
really
cool.
long
It's a
walking
rail-
what
like a
is it?
rail
Is it
shooter.
walking escalator, is that what that's called? Or walking sidewalk, that's what it is. A horizontal
Yeah, yeah.
escalator
Oh, cool.
or a nonolator.
A horselator.
That's a Wonkavator, my dude.
Yeah, so
Wonkavator.
That man said it can go sideways,
Sideways,
long
as
ways.
much
long
as
ways,
I
short
love
ways.
that game and I love the physical challenge of that game, I prefer to be mentally challenged.
Man.
Oh, fuck, you're making me have to work now. Jesus. Man, for like episode 50, I want to do like a best of. I really do. Like if we get to like a big milestone, I want to do like a out of context type shit. You feel me? I think
Keep a
that'd be
separate
really
folder of this stuff then.
Oh yeah, no, I got you, my dude.
No, that one you have to keep in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a second to process how Matt's
Oh my
challenges
God.
affect
As far
him.
as-
we'll be right back after this commercial break.
His
You know,
Freudian
okay,
nip slip.
so
Yeah.
there is a lot of
And we're
challenge in that game, Pistol Whip, but I think one of the things that I like about it the most is actually having to think about where I need to be looking next to be able to shoot the enemy that's going to shoot at me before they even can. I love the combination, which is one of the reasons why I love that game, but there's plenty of stuff like that in games that aren't physically challenging.
Steej, you fucking good,
So-
man.
Please ignore me. Please.
Okay,
Go.
will do. That sounds
So, yeah.
about right.
I'm replaying it over and over.
I
in my
prefer
head.
to
I'm
be
sorry.
challenged strategically
In my
with
brain
my
place.
brain.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Matt,
Oh
I
my
feel like
God.
I don't know if you have played it yet. I don't know that if you. I'm sure you've seen it. I
Hi-Fi
feel like
Rush?
that you would get a kick out of Super
Oh,
Hot.
yes, yeah, no.
Oh,
I-
super! Yeah,
have you-
super hot spot.
have you seen that you can do
Super
that in
Hot Fire?
VR?
Yep.
Yeah, Super
Yeah.
Hot Fire.
I think that's originally
Nope.
how it was meant to be
No,
played, wasn't it?
originally
I mean,
it was a
really?
browser
no,
game.
it was a PC game.
Yeah, it was a browser game.
Oh, it was a
Yeah.
browser game.
I didn't know that.
Wow,
Came
I
to-
didn't know
came
that.
to consoles
Yep.
and then was VR.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
really
interesting.
good game.
I saw that and I just assumed
Mhm.
it was for VR. Like it just seemed like it was made for it.
It definitely felt like a VR game,
Yeah.
and it felt like it
Yeah.
would like translate really well as soon as the
Did
technology
anybody else
caught
feel
up.
like? I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh my
we'll
God,
move
it
away
did.
from VR here in a second. But did anybody else feel like watching Mirror's Edge, the free running
Oh, that was a good game.
parkour
That was such a good game.
game?
Mirror's Edge
and
was
did-
cool.
Did anybody else watch or like play that game and think, man, this would be really cool in VR?
I
Not
prefer
at, not at the time, but looking back on it, yeah.
I mean, nowadays,
See,
yeah.
no, I'm the exact
but
opposite,
back
Lyle,
then,
because
it
I-
would
at
be
the
like that
time-
Spider-Man experience.
At the time, I looked at it and I was like, that'd be so cool to be able to like do that in
Parkour
VR,
in
like
VR,
essentially.
yeah.
But for some reason, I just didn't consider the fact that you would need physical objects to jump off of. So it just makes it doesn't work out.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure that there's a way to do it.
I mean, if you had a
I mean, I
massive
played a VR game where you
warehouse.
literally jump out of a plane, and I was terrified.
Have you
so,
really?
know. Yeah. So one of my first experiences with VR
it sounds like
was-
we're just getting off the rails, which is fine.
I don't. Whatever. You know what? It's story time. One of my first experiences with VR was I was in the military. I was in tech school, and one of my roommates down the hall had a VR headset,
Yeah.
and he had like the whole setup where like you had the
Oh, the full
like
body
the
tracking.
sensors. Well, yeah, like the sensors that like
Yo.
went on like different.
Yeah, it
corners
wasn't
of the
just sit
room,
down
and, like,
and
track
be
your
in
movement
VR. You
stuff.
could stand up and you could.
Yeah,
Like
no,
you could
no.
stand up
Yeah.
and it would
It's
like
the
track
whole
your
It wasn't
thing.
legs,
exactly
and
full
arms, all
body
that
because it
shit.
wouldn't track like elbows, but yeah, I know what you mean. Back in at
Right,
that time,
right.
I don't think full body tracking
That's
was like
cool.
common.
My first VR headset I ever got was the HTC Vive, and I had the ones
Same.
like I got tripods that had like sensor blocks.
Yeah.
The only reason I can't use it now is because one of the blocks needs to get sent in to get fixed. But
Yeah. That's
but
really cool.
one of-
Back to my story. So my first experience
Would you
with
rather
VR,
shut up and listen?
at least for that, was that he had me playing like this World War II game. What are you pointing at?
That's his VR
His-
headset.
No,
I
the
think.
VR headset
Oh.
is here. The sensor is here.
Oh. That's really cool. Back to Steej's story.
You could have.
Cool.
That was just
So-
if you wanted it. You could have ignored it the whole time. Okay, so I'm sorry now.
wait, Morty's
Yeah.
got something to say.
yeah. Doesn't he always? The fuck was I talking
We
about?
were skydiving. and
Text-
scared.
the guy with the guy with
Yeah,
the VR.
so it was like a
plane.
World War II game where you jumped out of a plane as like
I've
a
seen some videos
paratrooper.
of that. Yeah.
And dude, with the headphones on and the headset on and everything, it felt so
it totally
real.
tricks
like,
your brain.
Literally, the first thing you do is you're on a plane, like a troop drop plane, and the door opens, and yeah, sure, you can't feel the air or the movement or anything like that, but visually speaking and audibly speaking, that thing opens up and you look down, and
Yeah.
it's air below you and
Fuck.
ground like 500 feet down, and you're like,
Sensory
holy
overload.
shit. Like, it's crazy, but I mean, I did it. I jumped out and, didn't fall. I know. I'm so
I was
brave.
really hoping.
I'm so brave.
Fully
really-
expecting this to be a skydiving experience, not a paratrooping thing. You were just like, oh yeah, you can see like crops and farmlands, and there's my instructor.
I
over
mean,
there.
you
We're playing
could. Most of
tennis
them are
in
on
VR.
fire, but
And it tricks you, and you think you're jumping out of the plane, but then you jump in real life, and it's like when you miss a step going upstairs, and you jump and you crumble into the ground.
This man.
But then you land and you like shoot things like with a sniper rifle. It was kind of cool. It
This
was actually
man
kind of
jumps
a cool
out
game.
of a plane, and instead of having fun playing tennis in the air with his skydiving instructor, he's just like, "Oh, there's some clouds. That's the entirety of D-Day.
That's Normandy.
Oh,
Oh,
I can see people filming Saving Private Ryan down there. Let's go."
Hey, it's Tom Hanks.
Holy
my
shit,
God,
Tim
Tom
Hanks!
I am
Tim Hanks,
suppressing
what's
the
up?
Tim
urge
Hanks!
to go on a tangent here, and I just want to
I
say
mean,
that
Steej
and-
already started, man. Would you rather stay
don't
on
suppress
topic or
your
have
urges,
fun?
I just
dude.
well,
Would you
I'm
rather
essentially
stay
asking
on
for
topic?
permission to go on
Or
on
have fun.
another tangent that may just completely devolve into more tangents between us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to mention for the record that episode 20 had a purpose and a topic. How do we feel about just saying fuck it and having fun with our friends?
Like,
Just-
comment,
That's what
subscribe.
this podcast is all about, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather stay on topic and be lame or have fun with your friends?
Like,
You
comment,
decide.
subscribe.
Matt, what's
I
your
get it.
tangent?
Have you guys
I
ever
wanna
seen
hear
the
it.
movie
conversation.
Fandango?
You get
Not
nothing.
the ticket website.
I know the
I
ticket
know-
website. That's
I
all
know the game, the Grim Fandango.
Not quite. Okay, sorry.
Matt, tell
all
us
right,
what it is.
so this game we were talking about skydiving. I don't know if you guys know this. I probably mentioned at some point before that I have a relatively significant amount of skydiving experience over the course of my life. Like
Yeah.
200 or 300.
I did not know
episodes
that,
of-
actually.
Actually, no, I don't even know. It's been a long time since I've been in the sport, but I grew up with it. My dad was a skydiving instructor.
He jumped good.
I loved going
That's pretty
with
cool.
him like to the drop zone and stuff. And a lot of my, a lot of my movie history is of the movies that I watched when I was a kid. I know a lot about
While you were
what?
skydiving? I said while you
No.
were skydiving?
Not quite. No, but
Matt's dad is just like, son, you're old enough to join the family business of jumping out of the fucking plane.
yeah, basically.
That's basically what it
you're
was.
not too
yeah.
far off, honestly. But a lot of the education that I got with skydiving was watching movies that had skydiving scenes in them, while my dad would break down every reason why it was either realistic or not realistic. And
Yo, it was like those YouTube videos where it's just like expert breaks down these
No, basically.
movie. You should get your dad on that.
Vocal coach
dude,
listens to so-and-so.
at
It's like
this point,
GQ
though,
or
I could do
something.
it. Like, I mean, like, and
Yeah.
the thing is, like, there's certain disciplines within skydiving that, like, I would have to be like, I don't know, like, where this, like, specific discipline in skydiving is at. But anyway, we could do that. But you were talking about skydiving video games, and I was just like,
Dermatologist reacts to
and
Anakin versus
Dan's
Obi-Wan.
talking about just like
Star
having a
Wars.
skydiving experience. And I have to describe
dude.
this scene to you in Fandango because I also I classify it as one of the most realistic but also most hilarious depiction of skydiving in cinema history.
Okay.
I'm just
So
gonna
this was
watch.
in like so you just want to search Fandango movie. By the way, it's Kurt. Oh wait, no,
Kurt Russell?
not Kurt Russell. Who was in
Connors?
Dances with Wolves? Kevin
Spacey?
Bacon.
A wolf.
Fuck.
Kevin
Costner.
Kevin
Costner is in this
inside your
movie.
head.
He's the lead.
Two wolves inside you.
I've never actually watched the whole movie. I really only watched like anything that had to do with aviation in it. So like there's a plane that flies under a bridge because he's like following directions on a road map. It's fucking ridiculous.
All right.
But there's a point where like these guys, they've either just graduated college or something, and they're going on like a bit of a road trip, and like one of them is like kind of being picked on because he did something wrong or something. And essentially, like for him to make up for what he did, he now has to go skydiving at this random fucking place in the desert that they stopped at.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that this kind of comes back to video games is because if this was a VR experience for a video game, this again, it would be hilarious, and it would fit that wacky nature of VR that we already have. Anyway, this is in like I think the 60s or 70s or like late 70s, early 80s maybe. And this was
the movie came out in 85.
Skydiving has become a lot. It came out in 85. Yeah, so it was pretty much a product of its time then, I think. And skydiving has come a lot. It's come a very long way, and it's come. It's gotten a lot more organized. But back in the day, it was literally just like, I've got a plane and a parachute. If you'd like to jump out, pay me money. And he goes. The whole training sequence is just it's one of those really long explanations of, okay, so we're gonna get up to about 5,000 feet, and then you're gonna open the door. It's gonna come open, and you're gonna climb right out. I'm gonna hook up the static line. You're gonna go out, and you're gonna go in like it's like something frog position. I can't remember what exactly it is, but it's literally all of the words that he said were right. But there was he didn't get it at all.
You're gonna jump out of the fucking plane. All right, just swan dive out. Don't worry about
spoilers.
Your parachute.
He took the parachute that contained laundry and not a parachute.
Because that's a good place for your, that's a good
and
place
then he
for
has
your
to pull
laundry.
his reserve, and he's just falling like, I don't know what the hell's going on, and he's like, look at the D-ring on your belly. Pull it, and
he just pulls some shit out from his back, and it's just an umbrella with holes in it.
Was his reserve lunch?
No, his reserve worked, but I'm pretty sure they actually filmed, because they used to do this. They used to have low pull competitions, and people got really good at being able to pull at a very low altitude. And like nowadays, that's what
I call masturbating.
Nowadays, you'd probably be banned from your skydiving center because there's specific laws, and depending on what you're doing. Anyway, but back in the day, you could just fucking do it because you just had this round fucking parachute you got like at a military surplus store. You can just jump out and hope it fucking works. Anyway, he opened a couple 100 feet off the ground and landed within seconds. So, and I'm pretty sure they filmed that for real. But anyway, to get back to a little bit of video gaming. VR as a game, I think that would that scene.
Oh, we're back. Nice.
Would be really well implemented.
I feel like a lot of people could recreate that scene with decent accuracy, considering the fact that it was what it looks like is that it was just a dude with a camcorder that was just like, all right, this is part of the scene. I'm not lying to you. We are currently actually for realsies in a plane. This guy has never done this before. We're gonna do this secretly, so he has no idea that he's got the laundry bag. It's just a big fucking movie for Jackass that no one knows.
It's just it's Ashton Kutcher's resurgence into punked.
You didn't know, but everything they did in that movie was completely real. It's just like some Andy Kaufman shit.
And that's why
Nobody tell Tom Cruise.
That's why I'm going to reel us back into the next question. I know that we're not on the topics anymore, but gentlemen, I have a question for you.
Me too. Have you guys ever played the sequel to Mirror's Edge, Mirror's Goon?
Mirror's Goon 2?
We're going to cut that out. All right.
No!
Another tangent.
Question,
We're not going to go there.
gamers.
That
gamers,
was an effort.
Gentlemen, I have a question for
I'm
you.
commending the effort, Steej. That was good.
No, I liked it, but Jesus fucking Christ. Would you, gentlemen, rather play games that have come out in the last 10 years or games that are 10 years and older for the rest of your lives?
10 years and older. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands
For the
down.
rest of my life, oh man,
That's
Hades isn't 10 years old.
Nope.
No, sir.
Oh no.
So that
What else do I have?
So it would be the
That-
last
that
10
leaves
years and
everything
then
at-
also into the future?
anything, yeah. I mean, I guess. So let's say 10 years after this year. So from here into the year 2034 or 2014 and back.
2034 is when I retire from the military. Anyway.
All right, give it up for his
so
retirement date.
Everything.
All right.
Thank you for your service. So everything from 2014 to
Thank you for your good.
2034, or everything from 2014 and back.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you could be caveman drawing on wall and make first palm.
Destiny 1 was in its
Mario
prime
Paint.
still.
Back in 2014.
I think so. Yeah, it was
Back
like
whenever
it
they had,
was
like,
2012 or
All of the
2013. I think it
mods.
came out.
Do y'all remember all of the crappy Mario mods, like the Rage version of the game and the one that they had like the portal guns and shit? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I
It was like
remember.
different versions
Of
of
what
the
game?
I think
Mario
I-
64?
No,
I
the
think I
original
remember a
Super Mario
version-
Bros.
I think I remember a version of not Mario 64, Super Mario World that was made into like a Flash game that
Mhm.
had portals, but it was also, I mean, obviously fan made, and then it was also like super gory. Like Mario would jump into a portal and it would intentionally drop him into spikes, and he would just
Yep.
explode into like pixelated blood.
Yeah, it was very Happy Wheels esque, and
Yeah.
that was
That's very early 2000s.
Happy Wheels
coded
was
for
still
sure.
no,
out,
that's
Very Happy
that's
Tree
for,
Friends.
for sure.
That sounds like something I'd play on a Flash game website in 2004.
Newgrounds, E-Bombs World.
Yeah. Fucking albino black sheep.
fucking Game Gecko shitgames.net.
Did I just unlock a core memory for you?
No.
Matt?
I had a realization
okay.
that we really didn't have battle passes before 2014. Like battle passes
No,
and
we had,
microtransactions were
characters that were
like
completely
maybe on
blacked
mobile,
out
and that's
that
it.
you had to unlock.
Well, I was gonna say microtransactions were definitely on mobile by that point
Yeah.
for sure, but probably not to the extent they are now.
Mhm.
And yeah, battle passes were not very
Honestly-
much a thing. That's what we were talking about last time. The fact that like Fortnite really started the battle pass trend. I mean, they may not have been the first one to do it. I can't remember, but
I remember
like
I remember going into
Hmm.
Target and buying a multiplayer map pack, like a physical multiplayer map pack for Halo 2.
yeah,
Like that shit came on a disc. That shit came in a game case. Like no,
Mhm.
it wasn't
Mhm,
like an
mhm.
Xbox Live.
but when I
thing.
do that, they kick me out of GameStop.
Yeah.
What are you on about? Why are
Sorry.
they kicking you out of GameStop? I was not paying attention.
I got a general.
Of course
vibe
you
that he-
weren't.
that he was doing something lewd.
Oh,
I was.
okay.
I used to
Okay.
work at
Well,
GameStop, by the way.
God damn it! These
See-
are great. Like, why are you?
And I have had to
This
kick
is. I'm
Steej
giving
out
you
of the
guys
store
comedy
before,
gold,
so-
and all of you guys
Listen,
are
man.
just.
Hey, we
the-
all have nights, and we all.
The
have
first
days.
person that defends Steej on everything he's said tonight, and we actually feel your vibe, you will be commenter
Oh,
of the
wow.
week.
Bitch, don't
so-
kill my vibe.
Please defend him as much as you can for the countless terrible things he has said this episode that I may or may not be
Hi,
cutting
Jake the
out.
Killer.
To
right.
include
You're
the
online
indecent
now.
exposure in GameStop.
So, question, gamers, I have another question here for you.
Okay.
If you were to choose between two very common video game abilities, would you rather be able to regenerate health at a certain point after you've taken enough damage to yourself? This is in real life. Or would you be able to fast travel?
Ooh.
Regenerate
you have
health.
to choose.
No, I wouldn't do
Have to
regenerate health
choose.
because we already technically have some capability of regenerating health. It's just really, it's been nerfed. It's been nerfed real hard.
It's been
We already
In
do
this
have our own
patch for the
versions
Earth.
of
I would
fast traveling. It's
absolutely, I
driving
would
versus
absolutely
walking.
go with fast travel. I could use it anytime. Dude, you know how much more of a social person I would be? I would be so much less just stuck in a certain place.
yeah.
Dude, that's like my main problem in life right now. Is like I'm
You
at a
can't be
place
everywhere you want to be.
with people that I
Now,
don't
see, it's
know or like,
it's not just
and I could just immediately
Now-
go to there to somewhere that would be better where people are.
Your
well, you
space is
see,
gone.
it's not just teleportation; it's fast travel. So it can only be to places
That's
you've been
fucking
before.
fine.
And I figured
Yeah.
that would be fine. I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah, no. If I
distinction was made.
really
I'd also
no
like
no
to
that's
point
really
out that
good.
you
actually.
have to
No,
wait
no,
through loading screens.
it's a good point.
in real
But hey,
life.
But-
to get
but-
get past that, I would just
They get
fly a
longer
couple
the older
places.
you get.
Yeah.
Does the
drop
health
$1,000?
does
Go
the
there
health
anytime.
regen also include stamina? Because stamina also regens at an abnormal rate in
Yes.
games.
Yes.
Okay, so I could essentially, just to give an example, I could essentially like be in the middle of my PT test, my physical fitness test in the military, like sprint, like dead sprint a lap around the track, stop for like 3 seconds as my stamina meter refills, and then boom, be ready to go like 100% for the next lap.
Essentially,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
And,
all right.
I guess
I'm still choosing the health.
I guess I'm just trying to like think of things to like help mitigate that, because like, could you, in theory, would you say that it would be good to like consider energy drinks as like a stamina potion? Like you pop a Monster Energy and all of a sudden you got a little bit of an extra bar on the stamina meter at the very end.
Could be.
Could that also imply that I could do like that he does in Majora's Mask, where he buys the special milk at the milk bar and you drink it and you have infinite magic?
For how long?
You could essentially, that's until you reset time and go back 3 days in the past.
Jesus
So like
Christ.
he drinks, it's called Chateau Romani. He drinks the special milk, and his milk bar, his
Milk bar.
his mommy milkers, no, his magic bar starts, instead of being green, it glows blue and white.
That's
and
cool.
like you can essentially go to any boss, put on the fierce deity mask, which consumes magic, and never run out.
Personally, I think I'd rather fast travel, mostly due to the fact that I like the idea of, as the older that you get, the loading screen you have to watch gets slower. I just think that that's funny. You start out as an infant and you're just like, all right, I want to go to the crib, and it's just like, bam, it's like PS5 loading
actual
times.
crib.
And then once you're like 15, it's just like, all right, I want to go to my girl's house, and you got to wait 20 seconds.
I feel like
And it
I
gives
feel like
you little
sometimes
tips down in the bottom right.
the fast traveling could essentially be like how it was when we were younger. You get home from school and you just show up to your friend's house knocking on their door, and they're like, oh, I wasn't expecting you today. Oh, you want to come play video games? Sure.
Oh, hey, you're
You
finally
fast
awake.
travel. You don't even give them a heads up. You just like, I just show up to Matt's door tomorrow, and he's like, oh fuck, I got work tomorrow. What are you doing?
Let's make
here?
that
Man,
normal
I was
again.
just trying to say
like,
hello.
I'll call out sick.
Let's show
I'll
up
do
to
it.
friends' houses.
Yeah, unannounced and
I'm
unexpected.
lonely. I am
Let's
so
all call
fucking
into
lonely.
work tomorrow because of a snow day.
Let's all get landline phones too.
The little spinny dial ones.
Let's
yeah.
do it.
Rotary
Let's buy
phones.
100 acres
Alright.
of forest land and make
Let's see.
a commune and just get
So,
landlines.
Have we
A
come
leopard.
Let's
to
do Minecraft in real life.
A
have we
leopard
come
colony,
to a
Matt.
consensus,
The
gentlemen?
consensus, I
Well,
think, is double jump would be
all
better
I
than
want-
either of those.
Ooh, double jump.
Well, that's
all of
not
them,
the question, but it might be the next one.
Listen.
Shut up.
everyone but me wants the fast travel.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to fucking talk, so okay,
You assumed
everyone.
your
So
Start
Dan,
talking
next
then.
question.
Fuck you.
Start talking
Listen.
then, Steej. Make your
Listen,
case.
all I want in my life is to be like the super realistic like shooter games where you get shot a bunch of times to the point where your screen is glowing red with like blood dripping down,
And then go hide
you
for 2 seconds.
and you just breathe a couple times and you're like
I'm good.
and you're good. You're just healed.
I like
and
the
you're
idea
just
of
back
it's,
to it.
It's just like how it is in Red Dead, or no, not Red Dead. Jesus Christ, Resident Evil 7, where
Resident Dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you just
Resident Dead.
like You just pour the liquid, and then your severed hand is automatically healed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
That was a close one.
Every single injury that this dude has,
Yeah,
he
no,
gets
he
his
just
arm
he just
chopped off a ton of times in this game. By the way, for
Oh my
those of you who
God.
haven't played it,
Once.
like a ton of times.
I was like, it's literally one time.
No. In the amount of games that he's been in, it's happened a handful of times.
He's a handful.
A handful.
A handful, yes, exactly. But
Ethan's only been in 2 Resident Evil games.
This man stubs his toe, and he's just like, ah.
Let me pour some liquid on my hand.
Some fucking toothpaste.
Some hand sanitizer.
Yeah, he gets some fucking Germex going, and he's just like, my toe's better. And then he stubs his other toe, and he's just like, fuck, God.
Pour some. And it's funny because like his hand kind of just miraculously is reattached, but it looks like someone just held it there and he just took a staple gun that's just like.
Yeah, no, it looks like he stitched it on for whatever reason, but it's like magical goo.
That's amazing.
It's
magical
stupid.
Goo is the best kind of goo.
But like I said, Steej, how do you feel? How do you feel? What do you?
How are you?
Who are you?
I just.
I know what you said, but what do you want?
Yeah.
But is that what I really want?
Is that what you really
you know
want?
What?
Do you want
Honestly,
the fast travel, or
is that what I really want? I might want the fast travel.
What you really want.
You might be right, Matt. I both of those things would be really cool, but the idea that I could like fast travel to California right now because I've been a bunch of places over there, like on the other side of the country, that would be. I mean. I think of how much money.
If you've ever been on another
Dan's camera turned off.
Dan, I'm so happy
that way
you're
we can just
back.
keep going.
Let's celebrate.
I'm so happy I'm back.
Okay,
too.
Dan's back.
It's me. I'm back. Hello, everybody.
Was that a knife?
I died temporarily. You know what? Since we're not doing this as a legitimate topic, I want to call out Elgato.
Yeah, you fucks.
Oh.
I want to sit here
What did
on
my cat
the
do to
Oddly
you?
Coded podcast and talk to Elgato, the company that I have a love and hate relationship. You love to hate them. My friends over at Elgato, why would you design your app, the Epoch Cam, with another company? 2 of you are working on this shit and not make it work whatsoever. How does that happen? I want to know. I want to have a formal letter written to at least Steej so he can read it out to me.
In Spanish.
I want to know why whenever I hook up my phone because I use my phone as my camera, right? And that already has its own fair share of problems from the beginning. But I hook up my phone via USB cable, so it's got a direct connection to my computer, right? So there should be no connectivity problems. It's one wire, one cable. Why is it that there is no signal? It's one cable. I can understand if there was 2 or 3. I can understand if I was over the Wi-Fi, which always sucks. But it's an Apple cable. Something that has always been relatively reliable until it dissolves into dust, like every charger cable I've ever had.
Sounds like an Apple problem.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds like an Apple problem. I want to call out Apple.
And while you're on, I'd like to call out Logitech because I had the same fucking issue with this camera until I had to go pick up the legacy software because the new software was bullshit.
Dude, don't I know
G-Hub, get rid of it. Go back to the old one. Why do we keep updating things we don't need to update? Stop.
Yeah.
See, Matt gets me. Matt gets me. I want my sliders back.
Dick sliders.
Yeah, the dick sliders.
Oh yeah,
And not like
callback.
The greatest
Coming full
detective
circle, ladies
of the
and gentlemen.
Midwest.
and not like
slider!
And I'm not talking like video game dick sliders. I'm talking like an appetizer.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Hey, your dick sliders, my lad.
Hey, man.
My lord.
With barbecue sauce.
You know how many times I've gone to a restaurant and not ordered a main course and only had appetizers? Dude, sometimes that's just the better way to go.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've done
the variety.
I've done sides and appetizers once. I went to Applebee's and got mozzarella sticks and fries.
It's all about happy hour a lot of the times. So like the restaurant I worked at before I joined the military, I'd get off work around like 2, and then happy hour started around 4. So I would just stick around. $4 Angry Orchard pints, and then a $4 full plate. It might have been like $3 or $4, but full plate of barbecue pulled pork queso nachos like with the
Ooh.
works. $4 and it's bigger than like
God
Wow.
it's bigger than
damn.
like their plate of ribs.
What
And it
year was
Now, is
this?
this an employee discount type deal? Or?
No. This was happy hour. This was
Yeah,
literal happy
what
hour,
what year?
which
What
was
year
only
was
on
this?
from. This was 2013.
Before
That's
the
why.
fall.
Yeah.
More than
That was
10
a
years
selling
ago.
point.
Oh God, there's a gray head.
I've got a couple.
that's-
I've got a couple.
Every now and
I've
then,
got-
when I
I
hit
have
the
a-
light just right
I
in
have
front of the
Ashley pull
mirror,
mine.
there's the spattering, you know.
Yeah, I've got a couple like.
I have Ashley
in
pull
here.
mine.
And since that's kinky.
Yeah.
Since
Pull and tug.
since my
have
hair's
yet to
since
grow
my hair's
facial
longer
hair.
now, since I'm out of the military and I can let my hair grow longer, like they're more noticeable because they're long. You can see them better. They're
Yeah.
more, because
That's why they
usually
make
I
you
would
cut
get,
your
like, a
hair short,
fade
so you don't
haircut.
realize how much time has passed. Big government, it's
It's a
trying to
marketing
keep you
ploy.
from showing the sun your butt. They've been doing it for years. You guys don't understand. It's
Did you just gain a New York accent?
dude, it
somehow?
happens. It just slips out sometimes.
This just in: Big Pharma doesn't want you to
I'm not
sunbathe your
from
nuts.
I'm not from New York, but I'm like northeastern enough that it just comes out sometimes.
You know, nor'easter.
Local study
I learned
shows
the
that
other week.
sunbathing your nuts
that's a
is like
type
a
of storm.
solar powered
Imagine
charges
my
a human
surprise,
for hours.
my southern self hearing about a nor'easter.
Yeah.
I was like, "The fuck? What is that? Like, what does Easter have to do with the North or whatever?"
Do y'all
That's
celebrate
whenever
Easter?
No, that's whenever you don't celebrate any holidays. You say I don't celebrate
Nor Easter,
Christmas nor
nor
Easter.
Ha!
Yeah.
That Steej, that one. You know what? That was the funniest one that you've said all day.
Thank you.
I wanna ask you guys: do y'all celebrate Easter? What do y'all do on Easter?
I
Sit my fat ass down and
I eat
eat
peeps.
chocolate.
I
It's the
eat
same as
peeps.
Valentine's Day, except instead of
Bro, you eat
Hell yeah,
peeps?
Peep Squad! Peep Squad! Let's
What the
go!
fuck?
okay,
Bro,
hold
peeps,
on.
peeps are
Alright.
fucking delicious.
I have come around
Bro,
to
that
peeps.
shit is wet, soft
I used to be a
cardboard.
peep
What are you
hater.
talking about?
I
eat cardboard cereals for fun.
I will
No
never
shit.
buy
Cardboard
peeps for
For
myself.
fun.
But dear God, if you
welcome to
buy
the
them
Salty
for me,
Splatoon. How tough
they
are
better
you?
have a chocolate coating on the bottom and like some sort of
Nope.
some sort of infusion with like a caramel center, because those ones were fucking good. They were probably fucking limited, but
Regular
regular
peeps.
peeps are just
Give me them peepers.
Peepers, creepers.
How old were you guys whenever you bit into your first chocolate bunny only to find out it was hollow inside? Where were you in the world? I want to know.
Whenever you discovered
I
your
was
first
probably in
disappointment.
Bridgeville, Delaware, in a house that doesn't
looked
exist
down at my
anymore.
penis stage
that
for
was right
that.
next to a cemetery.
It's like, wow,
That'll
this
fit.
is these are the cards I've been dealt. Let's
At
go.
least we know it'll fit.
Let's hope so.
That chocolate bunny's hollow for a reason.
Oh God.
Fucking
Gives
Lyle,
Morty,
please.
God damn. Can we get an edit
New
of every time
definition,
Morty
Cadbury
yells?
cream egg.
Just
I do want to
Boosted.
mention, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a topic for next episode. I just feel like that
There was a topic for this episode.
Well, kinda, sorta.
We talked
Things
about it
happen.
a little bit.
At the beginning,
I
yeah.
think it's nice sometimes to just kind of fucking let loose and just talk
Just-
about whatever
just
we
kinda
got going on.
get loose.
yeah. Next
hang
time,
loose,
next
you
time
know?
I host,
You
I'm
know?
gonna give you guys a topic,
Full
but then we're
frontal
just not
nudity?
gonna do it.
Thoughts?
I'm gonna give a topic next time I host, and then just leave, and then you guys can have at it.
All right, I'm recording. Everybody's recording. Okay.
And today's topic.
And all right, see ya.
See ya.
All right, goodbye.
Oh, were we committing? Oh, yeah. Okay, I hadn't committed. Okay, committing.
And this is why my friends leave me. It happens all the time. We all live in a world,
This is your show now.
a deep, dark, pitiless void, where no one loves you, everyone abandons you. But you know what? There's a light. There's a silver lining. They all come back.
Oh, good. You guys, Matt's gone. We can talk shit about Matt now.
I think we should just cut it.
And
there.
that's the silver lining I was talking about.
I think that's just the end of the episode.
No, there's a
is Matt
little
down
there's a
there?
little
Oh, wait a minute.
there's
Matt's
a
down
little
there. Look at him.
nugget in
Or
there.
we can cut back. Or
There's
we
a
can
little
cut back.
nugget
Look
in
at the
there from
bottom.
when you
Wait,
guys
look at the
left.
bottom of the screen.
All
Matt's down there.
Yeah, I know.
There's a nugget
Matt,
in
get
there
up.
for whoever edits.
Matt,
Yeah.
come up.
You can keep that in, but just have us just like cut back to being here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, did you have your headphones on the whole time?
No.
Okay.
Oh damn.
So
We didn't talk shit about you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have another question for you if we want to continue on with our topic.
You know what? Give us
We've
one
been
more.
about it the whole time.
Give us one more, Dan. Give us one more to take us out.
All right.
2 more.
So this one's going to be a doozy.
Take me the fuck out.
This one's going to be a doozy.
Is this the Schlack
gamers.
question? Please don't let it be the Schlack question.
No, it's not.
No.
The fuck is a
I'll tell you later.
Don't worry about it.
Would you rather play video games centered around a sport, or would you rather go outside and play that sport yourself?
Go outside,
Play
play
the
my
sport myself.
Why?
That's why
Because I just don't play sport games in general.
That's why I don't play
Hold on,
sport
are you-
games now. I prefer to go out and play soccer
Why?
because I love soccer. Because I've been playing soccer since I was 3.
See, the difference
Why?
between Lio and the rest of us is Lio is actually athletic.
You beat me to it there, Steej.
I'm gonna be 1,000%. I didn't have a question that was gonna be a real doozy. So if y'all want to come up with a question for me so I can answer, that'd be dope.
Would you rather?
I mean, you
Well,
could have added
let's-
to any of the questions.
Would you rather
Man.
watch a porno with your parents or of your parents?
Okay. All right. You know what? This is fine. This is fine.
This is supposed to be
Alright.
about video games, I
With-
thought.
Well,
He asked
hold
if I had
on.
a question for him. I gave him a question.
well, Matt. What
I
if,
understood
what if it
the assignment.
starts-
I
what if it
understood the
starts
assignment.
with them playing video games, and they were just like, "For if you lose, you get fuck."
They're playing strip Mario Kart.
Strip Mario.
This would be
Kart.
really weird considering my parents are divorced. So I'm just going to go ahead and negate the entire thing.
You
They
bring
were
them.
always divorced.
You bring them together on Christmas Eve, and you pop in the VHS.
I was this many.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
So,
I was this many beers in when it happened.
you know, I'm only like this plus a
Um,
little bit of a...
Ladies and gentlemen, I wanna thank you all for being here
Holy crap,
for
guys.
episode 20. For episode 20.
This is the most unhinged episode.
Guys, I
Take it
want to
farther.
thank y'all for being here for
Whatever.
episode 20.
Whatever,
I'm
honestly.
glad that we had the whole gang back together for episode 20.
Yeah, this was nice.
It made a lot of things right in my head, in both heads, honestly. We're not going to talk about that.
And a little to the left in that head.
Don't worry about what that was.
A fucking earthquake.
Peyton comes in again. Dan, you all right?
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find
Next.
out next episode on Dragon Ball Z.
We'll find out whether or not I'll pass out from blood loss.
Oh, okay.
In a good
but
way.
Cool.
yeah, in a good way. It's all going to a certain area.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
I wanna thank you for sticking with us. I don't know why you have.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
dear Christ,
1,000%
If you're still
with you,
listening or watching at
but,
this point,
If you're still listening, if you're still here at episode 20,
Thanks.
especially at the
W's in the
end
chat
of this
for you.
episode 20.
especially at the end of this episode, because we've done everything terrible except for say things that'll get us off the air,
Title
which
this
is why-
episode. This episode is barely about video games.
Take that W.
Oh, wait,
and
how
run.
many video games do you think
Yeah.
there are
Take
about
that
bears?
W and run.
Oh, there's
Uh,
that. There's that one Xbox
Bear and
360
breakfast.
There's that one Xbox 360 game, Naughty Bear. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Should just
Oh,
let-
you play as like a giant stuffed animal bear, and you go around with like machetes and different weapons, hacking at other stuffed animal bears.
That
It's
sounds fucking awesome.
no,
What the hell?
look it up. Look it up. It's dumb
What's
as
it
fuck.
called?
Naughty Bear.
Listeners,
have to
strap
look
in.
that
We've
up.
got
What the
another
fuck?
hour.
No, Dan, take us out before it's too late.
Hey,
Welcome to the only second post show we've ever done.
I'll
All right,
leave you,
ladies and gentlemen.
audience.
um,
We'll leave you with this. The one way to weird out your doctor is pull out and put on some white gloves the same time they do. On that note,
Ladies and gentlemen, I wanna thank you for being here. I wanna thank you for watching and listening for 20 whole episodes. Well done. You made it to this point. Jesus Christ, how have you made it this far? We'll see you guys in episode 21, where
Something.
will be hosting the episode.
Your parents won't be proud of you, but we will.
Yeah.
And always remember and never forget. Cut the episode there, please.